Sentinels in the Multiverse. And if you're wondering why we're here, don't want to go up against me or Deadline. I haven't done Deadline in a while. We'll do him. So, I put out... Well, this is going to be a Dark Watch game if you haven't noticed something in the titles along the lines of that. So, there is a new guide on Steam, specifically about Setback. So, I wanted to do a video to try to address some of the weaknesses that the Dark Watch variant is perceived to have and try to show some of the strengths to it. So now when you're playing Setback, well, the Dark Watch I should just say in general, the order of your team does matter. So when Setback is going after Nightmist, this is deck control mode. So you're going to want to use Astral Premonition to see what the top card of the deck is, and then if you don't like it, Fumbling Fool it away and you dodge a bullet. And then if you want to play Setback's power to its fullest, you want him before Nightmist. So we're going to do that here and see if we can actually pull this off. As for Deadline, I don't want to deal with the villain device crap. I'm kind of thinking about the advanced rule, but I don't actually know all the cards in the Tribunal yet. Kind of sad, but I had so little interest in this place. So anyway, Deadline. It is with great regret that I destroy your civilization, humans. It is the only way. So much anger. If I cannot rest, then I shall fight. So, on topic of position, you either want Setback or Fixer in the first spot. Out comes the Englaive, that goes for the high HP guy. I don't know if it's always 3 damage or what exactly. Out comes Unnatural Disaster, so he's going to flip next turn. I'm just putting him on speed up. So we'll have Setback take the first hit, it really doesn't matter. So, I need to look at this one. Deadline hits everyone. This is the top card of the environment deck. That's not too bad. So if I just want to deal a bunch of damage, I can play the Bloody Knuckles and pop it. I think that's probably my best bet, actually. And we're going to hit the Enclave to kind of curb his damage. There's going to be a lot of AoE here in the first place, and healing's a little bit at a premium. So I have the Assault Rifle, that's actually the best start you can have in this particular situation. So we're going to shoot the Englaive, and we're going to shoot Deadline. If Fixer had Driving Mantis out, you might be able to shoot him. I don't remember the exact wording on the card. Yeah, you could. But anyway, I wanted to try to show off what all the Dark Watch can do, because they're perceived as being kind of weak, but the problem is they're just heavily interdependent, which could be a bigger problem. So anyway, I have Looking Up so I can go offensive. Otherwise, let's take a look. I do not have Planar Banishment, so yeah, we'll go offensive mode for now. So guys, things are looking up. And there's the Discharge card. So I need 2 turns to set up the Friendly Fire Surprising Fortune combo, but I'll try to show that one. Meantime, I'm going to use Call Forth and sacrifice Mistfueled Recovery so I can pull 3 relics from my deck. Personally, I want the Tome out most of all. And we want to try to line up her deck. So we want Heedless Lash, believe it or not. Yeah, that's fine. Next one we want is this one. What is Mist of Time? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. There are a couple of her spell cards I never play just because they're so niche. Found Wanting, play this that next to a villain target, so that goes on Deadline. Out comes Call to Judgment, which brings out the Representative of Earth. And I'll teach you guys something kind of neat about this card. So there's actually one character card that stands leagues above all the others. Who is that one, you ask? Well, seeing as the Void Guard was just added, surely must be one of them. It's actually Captain Cosmic. We want this one. So if you don't know how Requital works, we're going to have Expat use that. So you're going to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and put them into play. This is basically play 3 cards in terms of power. On Captain Cosmic himself, you have to worry about the constructs going back at him, But for literally anyone else in the game, this is no big deal. So I'll take speed loading. I will take the hair trigger reflexes. We can pop that with Fixer. And we have the nitro rounds that go into the assault rifle. Sure. Doesn't really matter because you should destroy those. So right there we lost the Bloody Knuckles. Subduction Super Zone. Does he need 5? So I have to say he should destroy the representative to save us trouble. So here comes the nuke. Grease Gun is pretty handy for blocking this, and then you always have Nightmist redirected if you're so inclined. Anyway, we still have Call to Judgment and Representative Earth out. They're more likely to come out, in fact, so we're not in a bad spot. So I can use Grease Monkey Fist and hit him. Hopefully you guys saw this coming. And I said we were going to pop Hair Trigger. Although I could pop the Nitro rounds, because in reality he doesn't do any damage on his normal side. So I actually can't play any of these because I don't have a gun to put them in, which would have been more reason to destroy the Nitro rounds, I guess. So we'll do the Flak Jacket. And I'm actually going to aim here. I will probably sacrifice the Nitro rounds next turn. Shotgun! So I want this one out. So for her, we know she's going to take 1 point of damage, but that's not really the end of the world. Instead, we are going to use Surprising Fortune. And the question is, who do you want to give this to? If you give it to Nightmist, that ruins the Heedless Lash setup, so I'm going to give this to Fixer in search of a tool. Damn it, Fixer. So we're going to Heedless Lash so I can play the Elder Ring. Oh, it was Master Magic. Oh, right, he shuffled my deck. I forgot all about that. Anyway, that's the main card when you're playing this version of Nightmist. So, we'll do a Heedless Lash into Enlightenment. Wow. Captain, come on down again. So the one reason why you don't want to use that on Fixer, in case you're wondering, since Call to Judgment was not actually pulled out, that means we don't use the power until we can trigger it a different way. We have to discard cards or something when something else comes out. I don't know the specifics. That card may actually have been eliminated. So you know what? I'm just gonna Bloody Knuckles. And go for this. Pop the Knuckles. There's a tool. Not a particularly handy one, but one nonetheless. So, Shotgun. In case you're wondering, there was no point to use the assault rifle there because I would not have killed the auto armor, and in turn, I wouldn't be able to shoot him anyway. So, friendly fire. And we're going to mitigate right now. So, next hero damage is reduced by 2. Heals for 2. Mitigated. Hit him for 2. And then you can hit Setback with this, that's fine. We'll put this in play. Out comes Mistfield Recovery, so I'll take 3 damage here. As for the 3 cards, do I want to give this to Fixer? He has the Jack handle now, so I'm kind of cool in that regard. I'm going to give these to Nightmist. So it kind of sucks I didn't actually get anything off of the Enlightenment spell. I should have gotten 3, but maybe it's due to how it was put into play. Let me look at the fine wording on the slash. Put the card into play. is a spell card, so it's gotta be the difference of play and put into play there. I'll take Call Forth. These two don't matter. Celestial Chamber. So we want Nightmist. We'll put the Elder Ring on top, it really doesn't matter. And Setback can do it. I'm probably not going to use Whoops, sorry. So, Severed Leyline, out comes the Ataxia Sphere, which aims for the low man, which happens to be Captain Cosmic up there. Jackhammer time. And the answer to that is no. I said we were going to pop the Nitro rounds. So we could get those back. And you know what? I will do it just to show you this combo. So I could do the shock rounds or the hollow points. I'm going to go for the hollow points in the assault rifle. We'll put the shock round... Actually, we'll do arsenal. No, I can't. That's right, because that'll mess things up. So we have to do it this way. In case you're wondering, I'm doing things differently than normal just to try to showcase some of the combos that Dark Watch can do. So the thing about speed loading is it just puts the ammo on your deck, which in turn is what you draw at the end of your turn, and you gradually run out of options for your hand. So what you can do is take the friendly fire damage to generate 2 tokens, use those 2 tokens to heal up the friendly fire damage, and then give those to an ally. So this can give Expat more Nitro rounds, and yeah. So she gets her flak jacket and everything is all well and good, I guess. But that's one way you can keep feeding cards into her so you can abuse speed loading to your heart's content. So I'm going to play this just because I'm tired of trying to set stuff up there. I pulled Oblivion, which we kind of knew was there. Planar Banishment's pretty helpful. Call to Judgment. So this is really tempting. There's literally no telling what can happen if I do this or this. The reason why I do not want to do that to Setback is because this is like Risk on steroids. You can get a lot of stuff that you don't have the tokens to play, and it can backlash horribly. So let's do it the really, really risky way. Requital. So we'll put this out. Is that actually out? I thought I was going to Heedless Slash that into play, but I didn't. Okay, so we will have Setback go ahead and put Oops, Sorry out. And X-Pack can put back some Nitro rounds or something. This doesn't matter. So if I'm lucky, Representative Earth will just be permanently destroyed here. Shuffle trash in a deck? Not really a big deal. So, I'm going to say no, and we are going to destroy the shock rounds. So I will grab those back. We'll put this into the shotgun. Put the flak jacket back out. And you guessed it, folks, shotgun! So I don't have anything to play here, so we'll do Surprising Fortune and keep playing the utility role. Give this to her so she can get some cards. Reload, Flak Jacket. Stupid Uncharmed Life. So let's take a quick look. Call to Judgment is still here, but it doesn't have the Representative of Earth anymore. So I'm kind of curious what's going to happen when that gets played. I'm going to hold on to Planar Banishment for when I need it, and we'll play this. Yeah, I want this. That's the card I was looking for, believe it or not. Why that one, you ask? Because it's worthless here and I can throw it away for 4 hit points. Celestial Educator. Thinking about doing the grease gun. No, let's do this one. I can afford to get rid of Harmony. That will not stall everyone else's setup. Put that on top of the deck. I'm gonna put these in the assault rifle just so I have something for Fixer to destroy on the next turn. Arsenal access, I'm looking for a submachine gun preferably. Put that in play. Ah, yeah, it's irreducible. Crap. Still. Shotgun. How's he for tokens? And my answer is yes, I will. I'm gonna play this out so Fixer can destroy crap if need be. Heal. Okay, we got Pride. Got Cause and Effect, so I can look to start building up his tokens if I want to start nuking people. Crap. So I have 3 relics left in the deck. I think I'm actually going to be better off if I use Planar Banishment here. I'm going to use the bigger one so I heal more. We will get rid of the smaller Oblivion and the small Enlightenment. We will bounce this damage into him. No, Setback's cool. And then I'll use this to get a card draw. If I had something that I wanted to play, like even Oblivion, I could... Yeah, that's not for me. I could actually use the attunement to try to set that up. Found Wanting is out, so it's going to go next to Deadline. And the Executioner, I think, will start attacking him next turn since he's Wanting. Unnatural Disaster. So he's gonna flip anyway, isn't he? We'll get rid of this. And this. Bounce that back to him. So almost destroy the environment, folks. We need to teach him a thing or two about Harmony. What's a little disappointing here is that I haven't actually gotten the tool that I need. So we're getting rid of the shock rounds since those are no good here. Piper's is actually better than the jack handle at the moment. I will take that. Play this in the shotgun. Drop Pride. So I could use this right now just as a heal. Actually, I can't even use that as a heal. And then just to make sure, for her, I'm probably going to use Enlightenment. Could have him hit himself, but there's no real point. So get rid of this and this. Bounce 5 damage over to him, and I will take 4 cards. Thank you. Mistbound is something that could have helped quite a bit earlier. But hopefully you can see that this Nightmist relies on Master of Magic to deal her damage. You use this to get the spell cards to power Master of Magic. This is a bit of a double-edged sword. You can deal more damage, you take more damage, so on. Like, Amulet isn't really necessary here. You don't get a lot of cards to fuel it. And then this is just emergency healing. It's like that for both of her variants. So we got a new Planar Banishment and a new Oblivion. So if I wanted to heal even more, I could throw out that Oblivion. Yeah, let's do it. Out comes the Educator. So I want to use the Pipe Wrench here for the +1. As for what we destroy, it's going to be Uncharmed Life. I'll take the Incendiary. Nitro with the shotgun. I don't know if Setback would deal less damage if you shoot him with the cold stuff. I don't think it did last time I tried it. As for Reckless Rush, this card I've mentioned before that I really, really hate. It can actually combo off of Guise, believe it or not, if Guise acts before Setback, which is less than ideal anyway. And the reason for that being is you can have Guise use Mitigate out of turn, which will then block 2 melee damage. Otherwise, to get the most out of this, you need the Argent Adept to use Counterpoint Bulwark, you need Captain Cosmic with Energy Bracers, you need Ra with Flesh of the Sun God and Imbued Fire, that's the name of the card. There are a few ways to salvage this, it's just on its own, it leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm really contemplating doing this. Yeah, we'll do it. Get rid of this. And then I could heal some of that off with Surprising Fortune and just take the card draws. The odds of me being able to nuke him with Karmic Retribution is pretty slim. He's going to die really, really soon. Got Cash Out. That's another way that's really good to give a lot of cards to Setback, provided you get the tokens from one source or another. And let's bind him. So Nightmist is at full HP. Get rid of these. Call to Judgment just won't go away. Well, maybe we'll see what it does here. Anyway, he's dying on X-Bat's turn, so it doesn't really matter what I do here. Got Heedless Lash. No point doing this because I'm at full. Found Wanting. Called to Judgment. I was a little concerned it might have gotten into an endless loop there, but luckily it didn't. Didn't deal each non-villain target damage. That kind of confuses me. I don't know. So if I want Setback to finish him off, I have to play the Grease Gun. Or I could charge Vaughn and kill him now. So let's wrench him upside the head, shall we? You too. That's why I didn't actually do this before, because he would have taken a lot of damage. Right there, that was more just showcasing it since this one's over. So Deadline, do me a favor. Say my name. So overall, not too complex a villain, but I just wanted to show the combos here that you can do. Basically feeding cards to your allies by using the Surprising Fortune. Using Surprising Fortune and Friendly Fire to just feed cards to everyone. Everyone pretty much knows the whole looking up thing to just deal damage offensively. But I don't know if you've noticed, but for the various teams, there's at least one support character that's needed to kind of like power up everyone else. In the Freedom 5, that's Freedom 5 Bunker with his tactical uplink. It basically changes him from being this really weird mecha-themed hero to a really, really good support card, believe it or not. For the Prime Wardens, you have both Captain Cosmic and Argent Adept. You can have either one of them, you can have both of them. It's kind of up to you, they're very flexible. The Dark Watch, that is actually Setback. And then for any other teams that are coming, well, we'll talk about the Void Guard real quick. Their support is, of course, going to be Medico. He has ways to give allies card draws. I'm trying to remember what that one is called. He has a card that like reduces the next instance of damage by 2, like Setback's Mitigate, and then you get to draw 2 cards, something like that. Then he also gives a ton of out-of-turn power blows. That's the other thing. So, main thing is, by going from normal Setback to Dark Watch Setback, you're actually changing his role very much so like Bunker does. As a result, that's probably who I'd best compare him to, since you're going from just weird damage dealer with a whole lot of randomness to utility character. And of course you can always fall back on looking up. As for Nightmist, she really synergizes with him as long as you're going to use Mitigate to block some of her backlash damage until she can get a nice supply of cards, which you can do with Surprising Fortune. For Expat, you can combo the speed loading with the Surprising Fortune, and Fixer, he just wants to break crap. So when you're not using Surprising Fortune, you throw out other stuff, and Fixer is more than happy to smash that if he doesn't want to smash something with the girls. But anyway, that is your Dark Watch tutorial, so hopefully this helps you guys if you're having any trouble trying to learn them. They're a lot different than the other teams because they're so interdependent. To get the most out of one character, you actually have to do stuff with the other ones. And it might take a little bit of getting used to bring out the most of them. But otherwise, that is it for now, folks. Nice little game to try to hold you over, as well as an opportunity to once again show off my guide. So if you want to pick up Setback, there you go. It's not as hard as you may think, and there are actually quite a few heroes that you synergize with in different ways. And you can see that I have spent 261 hours in this game total. I play way too much, I know. But anyway, folks, that is it for now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.